Do prenups work in Kenya? You've probably heard about prenups, especially in movies and books. This is a legal contract that is signed before marriage. It defines how assets and debts are going to be handled in case of divorce or death. For years, prenups were not recognized as they were treated as a subordinate for the Marriage Act. However, since 2013, prenups are now recognized in the Matrimonial Property Act. So, why get a prenup? First, it prevents money conflicts, which is a top cause for divorce. It also ensures fairness and protects individual property. It also makes divorce less complicated and cheaper. Finally, it protects children from previous relationships. So, who needs a prenup? Consider a prenup if one party is wealthier, if one partner plans to be a stay-at-home parent, if future inheritance or career growth is expected, if one partner is funding the education of the other, if there are dependents from a previous relationship, so to keep personal debts separate, if the husband is polygamous or plans to marry more wives, and finally, if one or both partners were previously married. So, what is included and what can't be included in a prenup? Let's start with what to include in a prenup. First, we have inheritance rights. Second, we have the ownership of separate or joint debts and assets. Also include the property division in case of divorce. You can also include spouse support or what is commonly known as alimony. You can also have confidentiality agreements. And finally, a sunset clause, which is the expiry date for the prenup. So, what can you not include in a prenup? First, we have child custody and support decisions. Then we have personal matters such as holidays and house chores. Then we have anything encouraging divorce. For example, you can't have phrases that say things like, if you cheat, this and this is going to happen. And finally, anything illegal or unfair. So, how do you go about the process of signing a prenup correctly? First, make sure to get independent legal advice. Secondly, you need to be honest about your finances. In this case, hiding assets is equal to fraud. Also, make sure it's fair and follows contract law. Finally, sign at least 21 days before the wedding, and this is so that one person cannot come up later to say that they were in a hurry or under duress. Can a prenup be changed? Yes, but this is under the condition that the spouses all agree in writing. If you're already married, you can consider a postnup, although this is not explicitly recognized in the Kenyan law. So, prenups are legally binding, and you have to make sure that all partners agree, and they can only change if both agree in writing or the court of law finds that some of the agreements are against the Kenyan law. So, would you sign a prenup? Tell us in the comments. Money254.co.ke has written this and more personal finance topics. Click on the link on our bio to learn.